Mystery of Ravenswood Library, a haunting tale. In the heart of the small town of Ravenswood stood the old library, an imposing Victorian-era building that had weathered decades of change. Its ivy-clad walls and towering windows seemed to hide more than just dusty books. The townsfolk whispered about the place, claiming it was haunted by the ghost of a librarian who vanished mysteriously a century ago. But was it fact or simply an eerie tale spun over time? The story went that in 1923, Eleanor Gray, a meticulous and reclusive librarian, had dedicated her life to preserving knowledge. She was last seen entering the library late one stormy night, carrying an ancient book with a lock made of iron. The next morning, the library was found in disarray, and Eleanor was never seen again. Over the years, strange occurrences plagued the building, books falling off shelves, faint whispers in the dead of night, and the distinct scent of lavender, Eleanor's favorite perfume. Fast forward to the present day, three high school friends, Sophie, an aspiring journalist, Ben, a tech-savvy skeptic, and Mia, a history enthusiast, decided to uncover the truth. Sophie was eager to write an investigative piece for the school paper, while Ben aimed to debunk the ghost stories with his gadgets, and Mia was intrigued by the historical mystery. One crisp autumn evening, with flashlights, a thermal camera, and a sense of adventure, they entered the library after closing hours. The air inside was heavy with the scent of aged paper, and an eerie silence enveloped the building. As they moved deeper into the library, strange things began to happen. A row of books toppled over without warning, and their flashlights flickered erratically. Ben, clutching his thermal camera, dismissed it as faulty wiring, but then they heard it, a soft hum, like a lullaby drifting through the air. Mia recognized the tune as an old nursery rhyme from the 1920s. Following the sound, they reached the restricted section which housed rare and ancient books. Sophie spotted a dusty tome with an iron lock on a pedestal, just as described in Eleanor's last sighting. As Mia reached out to touch it, a sudden chill filled the air, and the iron lock clicked open on its own. Inside the book were pages filled with cryptic symbols and notes in Eleanor's handwriting. Mia, fluent in Latin, deciphered a passage. "Knowledge is power, but some knowledge must remain hidden. Those who seek it will pay the price." Just as they were piecing together the mystery, the lights flickered violently and a ghostly figure appeared. It was Eleanor Gray, her translucent form shimmering with an otherworldly glow. Sophie froze, but Mia stepped forward and addressed the apparition. "Ms. Gray, we mean no harm. We want to understand what happened to you." Eleanor's ghost sighed, her voice like a whispering wind. "I was a guardian, entrusted to protect this book. Its knowledge is dangerous, capable of destroying the fabric of our world. I tried to hide it, but curiosity brought me doom. Now, I am bound to this library, ensuring no one repeats my mistake." The trio felt the weight of Eleanor's words. Sophie suggested taking the book to a museum for safekeeping, but Eleanor warned them against removing it. "The book's power is tied to this place. If taken, it will unleash chaos." Ben, usually skeptical, was now shaken. "So what do we do? Leave it here and let the legend live on?" Eleanor nodded. "Seal it again and let the story serve as a warning. Not all mysteries are meant to be solved." With trembling hands, they closed the book and fastened the iron lock. As they did, Eleanor's form began to fade. "Thank you," she whispered. "You have freed me." The next day, the trio returned to the library during daylight. To their astonishment, the restricted section was no longer accessible. It was as if the area had vanished overnight. Sophie's article about the experience, titled "The Mystery of a Haunted Library, Fact or Fiction," became the talk of the town. While many dismissed it as an elaborate tale, the trio knew the truth. As for the book, it remained locked away, hidden in the shadows of the library. A silent testament to the thin line between curiosity and danger. And if you ever visit Ravenswood Library and feel a chill down your spine or catch a faint scent of lavender, remember, some mysteries are better left unsolved.